Hi everyone, it's Jacqueline, uh, Heirloom Vintage and Collectibles. I have not been out, well, I've been out, but I have not been to the park near my house for all summer, believe it or not. I probably walked over here for a brief moment or came through for something that may have been happening. But, to live in such a beautiful to live near such a beautiful space and I don't enjoy it like I'm supposed to is really sad. So without beating myself up about it, I'm here now. I'm walking. It is considered dusk, I guess. It's after 5:30, and I thought I'd go for about an hour-long walk in the neighborhood. I checked on my garden, and I said I was going to walk in the park today, and it is absolutely beautiful, underutilized park. It used to be the zoo back in the day, like this was the first zoo. There's a bunch of ducks, or are they ducks? I think they're ducks. Yeah, they're in the water though. Usually they're out harassing people. And then if you can see over where I'm pointing, this building, that building is it's an organization called the Urban Ecology Center, and they took over a couple of underutilized parks to do programming, to help maintain the park in some ways. I know they plant quite a few trees here, and it's just a beautiful underutilized space. Now, granted, it's about 5:30 or so p.m. As you can see, a couple of folks walking their dogs. I saw a kid riding his bike. But when we were in Canada, I think we were in Toronto. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's where we were. We went to this park, and I'm telling you, I don't know how many parks they have there, but this park, it could have been like the size of this one that we're in today, and it was jam-packed with people. Now, the park itself was an interesting place. I don't remember the name of it, but they did have some zoo-style animals there. I mean, they had some alpacas. They had maybe a horse or something related to horses. And excuse the shaking phone, guys, I'm walking. They had, you know, some very interesting animals, not just like basic animals. They had something like boars there. They weren't boars, but they were something in the pig family. And it was just, and I know we were there. It wasn't like early in the day, it was like in the evening. And it wasn't summer. I don't think we went in the summer. It was warm, but I don't think it was summer. In fact, it was chilly a couple days we were there, very chilly. So it was just jam-packed. And the day we went to the park, it was a beautiful day. I think it had rained the day before, and lots of people were there, families, children. Now, it's Canada, so there were quite a few. It was very diverse. You saw people from all over the place there that you could tell. I'm going to try to get out the sun. And it was just utilized. There were ice cream trucks there, vendors. It was just a beautiful space and very utilized. Now, here we have lots of beautiful parks, and our city has wonderful parks, but I think they could be used a little better. I don't know what that's about, because we only get the summer for a few months out of the year, right? And then it's either winter or it's going back and forth between fall and spring, which are usually cold fall and spring. So there's some people. We have a band shell, which is cool. They've had concerts here all summer. I have not been to any of the concerts, but I do hear them from my window. And actually, there was a band or something here about a week ago. I didn't come because it was overcast. It was a little cold outside, but I'm happy to see some young people on stage, like practicing for something. And this is a great place for it. I mean, the band shell isn't used unless it's like the weekend or summer, and that's like once a week. But wouldn't it be nice if we all just got outdoors and took a breath, look and feel the nature, and just took it easy for a minute and took it all in and enjoyed the trees and the grass and the animals, the birds. I don't even see a lot of animals out here. I know they're here. You know, I know there's some birds around. I haven't heard a lot of them. Again, you saw the ducks or the geese or whatever they're called in the water. And that organization that I showed you across the way, they have like paddle boat and canoeing, but I think that is for like their members or like a youth program. And I'm looking for spaces in our country where you just have an opportunity to do this stuff outdoors, that it's just not stifled or, have all these rules attached to it. So we're going to end our little walk here by the lagoon. Now, when this was the zoo, and I don't have the real history, I'm only going by lore and legend. There's that little island. I don't know how good you can see that. It's a little pedal boat away. Olmsted, I can't think of his first name, created this park. I think he created Central Park. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what I heard. And on this island, which is separated by a very small, I wouldn't swim in that water or that lagoon or swamp or whatever it is, but I don't think it's very, very deep. But there used to be pedal boats and stuff. That used to be called Monkey Island. Now, it could have been called Monkey Island because they had monkeys on that part and they couldn't really swim across the water when it was a zoo. I don't know. But it's a beautiful space. Look at that willow tree. I mean, we just got to do better. So I'm walking over here because I want to show you guys what the heck is going on here. So this is shallow. Now, this is man-made. So I don't know if it's concrete underneath, but it looks deep and dirty. I mean, not deep. It looks shallow and dirty, like there's a lot of soot on the bottom. But this looks like a more like a watershed situation where the water runs off from somewhere in the park into this lagoon. But there's like a tree stump right there that's sitting there. It's not floating. It's like on a hard surface. And then there's all the, what are those called? Not catnip, but something. And then the tree. So this is where I am and enjoying the weather because, we're going to have winter before you know it. Jacqueline, Heirloom Vintage and Collectible. If you could be so kind to subscribe to the channel, and you would be appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the other side.